How am I? I'm currently in a tent eating ramen noodles out of a cup. Good morning. It is day 39, about 10 in the morning. I am 16 miles from Boots Off Hostel and Campground. I'm going to tent camp there, shower. I'm going to charge my power bank and resupply for the next 3 days, and that will get me into Damascus, Virginia. There's a little itty bitty town down there. You remember this morning when I said I'm gonna be in Damascus on Friday in 3 days? Yeah, well, I'm changing my mind about Virginia and I'm thinking I'm gonna need to skip it. Take a look at this. This is a post from our Appalachian Trail Facebook group. It says, "My daughter almost stepped on this beauty in the middle of the trail yesterday while we were cruising the Virginia roller coaster. Honestly, I was afraid to even walk around him. Moved him with a long tree branch and ran like the wind with our backpacks bouncing." I need you guys to see how big this raisin is. I have an M&M, a peanut, and almond, and look at that big old raisin. All of them in this pack have been so big. Shout out to this trail to Laurel Fork Falls. It's so flat and nice. Just showing the variety of what the trail can look like. My knees hate me. This trail down sucks and is hard and rocky, but look at that view. The trail goes along through here and around this bend. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a white blaze right here. No! This is a joke, right? I am closing out day 39 about a half mile from Boots Off Hostel. I was originally going to tent camp, but there was a bunk available. $30, shower, light continental breakfast, outlet in your bunk. Okay, you got me. I did 16 miles today. I am going to be 42 miles away from Damascus, and so I'm hoping to knock that out in 3 days. Good morning. It is day 40. I just left the Boots Off Hostel and I am heading about 16 miles to Iron Mountain Shelter. If I had my fishing pole, I would be ripping lips. Walking along this lake is killing me. I want to cast a line so bad. In honor of walking by this water, I will show you some fishing pictures of me that you did not ask for. Okay, you talked me into it. I'll tell you a fishing story. Let me preface this story with, I had heard of this happening before, and it was a fear of mine. A few years ago, I was fishing at the lake by myself. I had on a purple worm, cast it out, nothing. That's a bummer. First cast, you want it to hit. Cast again, nothing. I'm like, ah. So I cast this next time, let it sit, start reeling a little bit, feel a tug. Yes, okay. Got it on. Reel it in, it's a bass. Get it up to the bank, and I go to lip it. And when I lip it, it must have just eaten a snake because the snake was coming out of its throat toward my finger. Crazy. And that was a fear of mine. I had heard of that happening before, like in Missouri Conservationist, or like, I don't know, maybe online, where the fish eats a snake and then the snake tries to come out of its throat. Yeah, well, it happened to me. And so I lip the fish, and as soon as I see the snake's head, I throw it down onto the bank, and I'm like, whew, I want to document it. And so I gather my composure, and I pick the fish up again, and I open its mouth, and it's just like a little snake coming out, but like the snake's head is coming out of the fish's throat. The snake looks dead, but still in my mind it's scary. And so I take a picture so I can show my students and my family. Oh, you want another one? Okay. Let me preface this one by saying, don't lip ocean fish. I repeat, don't lip ocean fish. They have teeth. So this one is in Puerto Vallarta. I'm on a family vacation. I'm out in the ocean swimming, and there's this fish near us that's like kind of acting dead, like, I don't know, it's just like floating on the top kind of ish, like acting like it's dead, like it wants me to catch it. And so I go over to it and I grab it. It's kind of close by the bank, and I lip the fish, which if you've never been fishing, when you lip a fish, it's when you put your thumb in its mouth to like pick it up. So I went to lip the fish. I do that, and let me just tell you, an instant shock of pain, like a horse had bit my thumb. Like I thought my thumb had just been bitten off. So I do that, the fish bites me, I sling it up onto the bank, and it puffs up. It turns out it was like a puffer fish. And so like when it was swimming dead, it just looked like a regular fish. I don't know how to explain that. And then after it bit me and I threw it on the bank, it puffed up. And so I have pictures from when that happened. My mom was just so thankful that we didn't have to go to like an out-of-country emergency room for my thumb. Like this thing had some chompers. Take a look. Joe, me and you in our kayaks right here in this cove with some paddle-tail minnows. Over there is where I just came from and walked across. Day 40. I'm taking a break in the shade right now, but it is hot today. I mean, it ain't Lake of the Ozarks, but it'll do. I don't know what these are actually called, but back home I call them May apples, and they're everywhere. I am about 1 mile from Iron Mountain Shelter, and that will put me at 16 miles today. It's crazy to think that I'm closing out day 40. That's wild. In 40 days, I have walked 444 miles. So 444 miles divided by 40 days out here is an average of 11 miles hiked per day. And I need my average to be 15 miles per day to make it to Mount Katahdin in time before school starts. So everyone's been pumping me up and saying that in Virginia I'm really gonna make some miles, so hoping that's true. I'm gonna cross into Virginia tomorrow or the next day, I believe. Good morning. It is day 41. I am leaving Iron Mountain Shelter. Today is interesting because I have a unique opportunity. From Iron Mountain Shelter to Damascus, Virginia is 26.2 miles, which is equivalent to a marathon. And they call this the Damascus Marathon. I had talked myself out of it last night. I was gonna do 16 miles today and then 10 tomorrow to get into town. But it's about 7:30. I'm getting an earlier start than normal. They say that these miles are the easiest because it's just like rolling hills into Damascus. So I am potentially going to walk a marathon today. I don't know. My longest mile day so far has been 22 miles. So it would only be 4.2 more. Depending on the terrain, I might be able to do it. I don't know that I would ever have the opportunity or want to do a marathon. So today might be the day. I put on my Trail Magic earrings from Queen. So they're gonna give me good luck. The place I'm walking through right now smells like K and D and Y highway, kind of like cow pastures. It's reminding me of home. Lots of these to walk on this morning. I'm about to come up on some trail magic. Oh! You guys, these lucky earrings. I haven't worn them since day 16, and I just left some trail magic at Tennessee 91. It was from some past 2021 hikers, Frodo and Misdirection. Thank you. It is day 41. I've completed Georgia, I've completed North Carolina, I've completed Tennessee, and now I'm entering the state of Virginia. You guys, I just hiked a marathon! Take a video of that. It's yummy. Four days of food and a full pack. Good afternoon, it's day 42 and I'm leaving Lady Di's hostel in Damascus, Virginia. It's the day after my marathon and I'm gonna take it easy. I'm a sucker for some hand-dipped ice cream. This flavor is called Cinnabon. This ice cream cone is a 10 out of 10 for me. Closing out day 42, sitting here soaking my feet and eating a concoction I made. I walked 7.5 miles this afternoon and found a nice tent site near the water. So just gonna enjoy dinner and get ready for tomorrow.